Hello, Yara, and welcome back to our live. To everyone that is joining us today, every Tuesday at this time, we are here together talking about important topics. And today we're going to talk about seeking external validation will destroy you. So stop doing that. And we're going to give you tools how to stop doing that and why it's important to stop seeking for external validation. But first, let's start with who we are. Yara, would you like to tell
Yes,
people?
so we are Life Bloom. As you can see, my name is Yara and Rakefet. She is my sister, so we are a sister duo. And Life Bloom is a community for real women going through real life, the ups, the downs, and choosing every day to be in the process of growth and observation and self-learning. We are a community because we believe in doing it together, and we know the strength of supporting each other and reflecting with one another. And we really, really believe that when we do it together, we grow so much better and so much healthier, and it's just much more fun. And of course, in Life Bloom, we always say it's about joy over perfection. So we know you don't have to be perfect. You don't always have to make it. You don't always have to be good and clear and growing. You're going to fall, you're going to have pain, and that's great. That's part of the process, right? Pain, joy,
Out
that's
of
life.
growing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are
exactly.
here talking about seeking external validation, and I'm just going to jump right to it because in this space, in this community, we love to be very authentic and to speak from our heart and to speak about topics that really come from our day to day, from our life, and we know that will touch other people's lives. So I will share that I'm a person that has this trait of seeking external validation. You know, this as my sister is something that I've had since I was a very young girl. Um, and I'm still working with it. There's still some topics in my life, some areas where it's more dominant, some less. But I think it's going to be a bit of an interesting conversation today because I feel like I will be speaking a lot from my own personal experience with this topic of working with it and also struggling with it. And I wanted to kind of put that out there because I think we're very different in that. But you're much more of like I know what I want and I'm gonna go and get
I
it.
know who I am, and this is it.
Hmm.
And you deal with it because
Take
this
it
is
or
who
leave
I.
it. Yes.
Yes, I'm
And
like
so I
that.
think
Yeah.
you're gonna get two very different perspectives, two very different experiences about this topic today. So I'm excited to see what comes out. What do we talk? Wait, what we learn about each other and ourselves.
Yeah, and I'll say now that it's important for you to comment and to share your thoughts as well, and what you're feeling about the topics. But as you see, we are here just as honest as possible, as open as possible. I don't know if you've seen, I have a live that I just cried the entire live there, and it's okay because this is what life is. So this is why we are community and we're sharing from our hearts. And as Yara said, it's something that she's struggling with, and there are other things that I struggle with. So this is what we are here for, to talk about real life. It's a real talk from our hearts. So, well, maybe we should start this important topic, seeking external validation, by saying, what is it exactly? What is seeking validation? What is the difference between like a healthy feedback that I want from other people to be to feel that I really have to be dependent on external approval? Okay, because
Yeah,
there is a difference between. Yeah.
you
So
said the word I think that is the main like difference, and that is must. Like you said, I have to. It's a must sensation. I must have it, and there is a discomfort if I don't, if I'm not able to, or until I get that validation, there is a constant fear underneath it,
yes.
and a sensation of I can't let go. I must have it. Some kind of an addiction, even. I mean, not an addiction like drugs, but an emotional addiction to having that safety, that safe ground of receiving validation from others. And I think when you are seeking for a healthy feedback, you have a certain sense of center with your decision, and you just want to
Yes.
hear what does it sound like to you, what does this person have to say about that, but it's not going to shatter your world, and it's not going to influence what you think about yourself. Because when you are seeking
It might
external,
perspective. It might change my perspective about things. When I consult with other people, it might make me think about things that I didn't think about. But it's still, most of the times, I think maybe about 75% or more even, it won't change what I think. It won't change my center, what I decided. I might feel discomfort if people will tell me that what I think is wrong. And a lot of people that I care about will tell me what I think is wrong, but it probably won't make me let go of my opinion and change what I want to do. So I think a healthy, yes, yeah, you want to say
but
something?
I was in the middle of saying like a really important dot about this, because
Yeah,
it might change your opinion regarding the topic, but it won't change your opinion about yourself.
right,
And when it
right.
comes to seeking validation, when someone gives you a feedback that is not what you were thinking, or is different than what you feel inside you, it your mind kind of flips to, what does it mean about me? And it shakes the sense of emotional balance about my I am, right? And this is a
Yeah,
very big thing, because it's not just I'm seeking validation because I want them to tell me that I'm making the right choice about this topic. I want them to tell me that I'm loved, that I'm
wait, you're
that
going
I'm
too fast. We're gonna get to it. You're going
okay,
too fast.
sorry. But I do want to emphasize, there is this, what,
There's a
it
difference.
will also the aspect of, what does it say about me? I'm passionate about the topic, as you can
Yes, yes, of course it is, and we will talk about it.
see.
We'll go deep into it. Yeah,
Okay.
we promise. Don't worry. So really, if we look about seeking external validation, is very different from being asking for feedback from people. Because
Yeah.
when you're asking people for feedback, it's okay if they disagree with you. It's okay if they think what you're doing is something that is very far from what they will decide. And you're listening to the feedback and you're saying, okay, I heard you, but now I'm going to make the decision. And I think that also, because we are, well, the network is, everyone is putting their photos and telling what they're doing, and we're looking for
Social
subscribers and
media.
likes. All social media, yeah, it's very difficult for a lot of people, especially I see my kids. I have a 14 years old and 11 years old. One of them have TikTok already, and I see her in her phone all the time checking how many likes did she get. And I tell her
Mm.
it's amazing when she had a lot of likes lately. And she told me, Mom, look, I had over 18,000 likes. And I said, wow, that's amazing. And people sharing and stuff. And I say, it's amazing. But remember that even though you got them, it doesn't say anything about you, because those people don't really know who you are. They just seen this video, they like this video, they don't know who you really are. And I think that this is one of the things that I remind myself when someone doesn't like and share and subscribe to the things that I upload, is that it doesn't matter, because they either like this topic or not, because it's related to them, it's not related to me. So who I am is what I think about the topic, and who they are is what they think about the topic and their experience in life. And I just keep saying that, okay, this is you and this is me, and it's okay if you don't like it, because it has to do with you. It's something in your life that make you don't like it, and it's okay. And I remember at the beginning of being having my own business and putting things on YouTube at 2000, and I think 11 was it, or 14, something like that. And I remember that every time that I put a video on Facebook, I just put a video and I left Facebook, and I didn't go in for like 3 days, because I didn't want to know how many people have watched the video. And I didn't really, it's not that I didn't care, it's just that I didn't want to feel that emptiness in me if no one saw it and no one react and no one like it. And I kept seeing that if I let go of it, and it was like a Facebook festing. And I put a video and then I don't go there anymore, because I didn't want to go into it. I felt that if I do, it will be too much for me. And I still does that sometimes when I put an important topic and something that I feel that I shared from my heart, I still just put it out there and I say, okay, this is not
Of
yours
course.
anymore. Because, yeah, this is, you gave your best and this is not yours anymore. The rest of the thoughts, the other people, if they like it or not, it's theirs. It's not
Yeah.
yours.
Um, yeah, I totally agree. Social media makes it so much more dominant, and it also touches very young kids from a very young age. It starts when it's on social media, but it's not only on social media. I mean, seeking validation, it doesn't start usually on social media.
Yeah.
It starts in the family network, and as you grow, and even as an adult, it could still be in with your family, with coworkers, with your partner. And I think when it comes to with your partner, there is a special kind of, maybe I can make a video about specifically that, because that can really destroy your relationship. Seeking
Yes.
validation and becoming dependent on your partner's validation, and it could put a lot of weight on your partner that they might not know how to handle, and you might not even realize that you're doing it. So
And
this kind of
I'll say from the
behavior.
other I'll say from the other side, from the part that felt that people were, I felt that they are putting the responsibility on me, on their happiness, and that was
Yeah.
too much for me. I were in that kind of relationship in the past, and I felt that that was too much for me. I can't make your decision. If you
Mhm.
will change your work, your job, and you will not be happy, and you'll say, "But you told me to." Well, I can't
Yeah.
do anything about it.
We spoke in the past live about healthy communication, right? Not being heard and not being understood in a relationship. And inside that, we talked about the entity that is a relationship and how we create a relationship together. And one of the things that are very important about this is that there are two separate people with their own center, with their own
Hmm.
responsibility on their lives, on their decisions, on their happiness, and they come together. And so when we are one and a half, that means the other one is trying to carry us, and that's a lot of weight. But I want to go back to the beginning, because as you can see, I'm kind of like, I'm jumping, because I
Yes, you
feel
have
like
a lot
these
to
things
say
are,
about that.
because I feel like these things are important, and when you say something and it pops in me, I want to make sure that it's said, because I think it's important to hear it.
Hmm.
So let's go back to our.
You started saying that it's something that starts from our families, from our childhood, and I think we should pay attention to that. That it's something that when we were children, um, maybe we got good likes from our family because we were standing up to the expectations, and this is why we're looking now
Yeah,
for good, someone to tell us that we are good.
conditioned.
Or, yes, the love was conditioned. Yeah, this is
Was
what we
conditional.
felt, even though it might not be the way our parents saw that, but it's okay. I know as a parent myself now that sometimes I say one thing and my kids, they understand it completely different, and it's okay because I say it in my own words and they understand in their own from their own world. And we want to make sure that we are looking inside and asking ourselves, because this is what we are here for, to connect to our inner child and ask what happened there when we were children. um, what was it that make us need need the validation, the external
Hmm.
approval? Why can't we find that inside of us? What happened when we
Yeah.
think about certain times in life? Maybe it's something that keep on happening again and again and again. Maybe it was one time, but very important topic that happened, and situation that we can remember might remind us. Maybe we thought that we were doing well, and then someone came and told us, no, this is all wrong, and really
Completely wrong.
shattered everything that we thought. Yeah.
Yeah. I think with this topic, it's a very often it's a certain relationship, a
Hmm.
certain person that the communication with them was consistently causing you to feel like you weren't enough, or you had to do another thing from what they expected. There were always conditions, there was always expectations. It comes down very often to a relationship with a specific person. And if you're someone that's listening right now that has this pattern, it's very likely that when I'm saying this, there was a relationship, then you know who
You
this
know this
is,
relationship with, yeah, who is
because
that
something
person?
inside you is like, oh, right. There it is, the memory, the person that talks. You can come you can feel it in your body coming up. And it's very helpful to identify this relationship, and you can do very specific inner child work with this relationship, with this person, with this figure. You can also do it with specific memories, right? Maybe there was moments that were very big and were dominant in kind of like creating this pattern inside you, and maybe it was just consistent small moments. And you can do work with both of them, with big memories or just with a relationship that was long term, in this sense.
I think that when we remember the memory, or like you said, we know which relationship it is, we need to understand what are the real needs that were there, and why are we looking for approval, for external approval? What is the need that we need? What is our need? And
There's so
if
many
we, there,
things.
yeah, there is, but I do want to talk about a few of them, because it's usually one of them. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think first one is feeling loved, just feeling loved, to know that someone loves you and care about you, and also maybe related to feel safe, like if he loves me, so he will take care of me. If it's a parent, I think that if it's one of your parents, that in the relationship it's one of your parents, so
Safety.
if you're not feeling loved, if the love is conditional, so you might also feel unsafe there.
In
I mean,
danger. Hmm.
if that person is taking care of me and I'm not standing up to their expectation, they might not be here for me. They might leave me, or I might be feel, kids feel that like they're all alone. You can be in your room, in your house, with your parents, with your big family, but you can still feel alone. So if you're not feeling
Yeah.
loved from the people that are supposed to love you unconditionally, and you feel that you need to prove yourself in order to receive that love, so many times you will keep on doing that, and you will usually keep on doing that with people that you want them to love you exactly like your partner. You're gonna ask it
Or
for.
to accept you, even with friends, is in school. If you want
Yeah,
to be accepted and you're used to this pattern that this is how I receive love, this is how I'm accepted. um this, you talked about safety. That to me is the bottom line. If you do shadow work on these emotions, it could come up as I want to be loved, I want to be accepted, I need to feel that I'm good enough, I want to feel more clarity in my life. It could come up in many ways, manifest in many like more shallow emotions. But if you do shadow work on it and you ask yourself these questions repeatedly, that we talked about shadow work in other videos, but I'll say the
yeah,
questions here if you
about.
haven't watched it. So the shadow work, we would do it with two questions, that we would loop them and ask one and the other, and we just let the answer come from within us naturally without trying to think about it, just blob out the
Yeah,
answer
without judging as well, just whatever comes
without
up.
judging. Yeah. And it's very helpful to write it. So the two
Yeah.
questions are, number one is, what is the worst thing that can happen? And number two is, what does it say about me? So I
And
have
then
a
you say
certain,
it. Okay, so you ask that again and again
yeah.
and again, both of them, one after the other. So what it says
So
about me, what is the worst?
I have a
Yeah.
certain emotion coming up. I have a certain fear, okay? And then I go, what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing is that I will be left alone because da, da, da. And what does it say about me? It says about me that I'm not loved, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not talented. And what's so wrong about that? Or what's the worst thing that can happen? And again and again and again and again, until your heart goes, ugh, like a punch in the belly. You feel it. You feel it in your body. And very often, the core basic
Fine.
emotion
Yeah.
that it comes to is feeling safety. Because biologically speaking, if your caretakers, which are often your parents, are are conditionally loving you, then you're not safe, because they might walk away. It's a very biological thing. And
Yeah.
you can't, it's not easy to overwrite a biological need, right? So we have to, when we'll talk about it a little bit later, But to really change this pattern, there needs to be a very big drive behind this, because the core value that it sits on is biological. It's a very dominant need of us to feel this safety and to feel unconditionally loved. So
Yes, and I
it's
think
something, that I think is, even though I'm saying now this is the core value, do the road on your own so that you can see the pattern, how it was created inside you.
because
Do the
you will
shadow work,
also,
inner child.
find if you do the work, because as you said, it usually it's that, but on the way you will find out a lot of things that you've experienced and a lot of thoughts that you have about that topic, because
Mm-hmm.
as we said, it can come from different ways, because we said, okay, being loved, that one thing, but also self-esteem. If I don't know what I'm worth, if every time that I came home and I told my mom about something that I did and she told me, well, that's not good enough, or
Mm-hmm.
I did my best, but I didn't receive like the best results, and no one told me, well, you did your best, and this is
That's
good
good.
because you, yeah, that's good what you did until now, that's good, even though I don't know, I didn't get 100 in the exam. No one told me, you're amazing, that's amazing what you received, and no one asked me if I'm proud of myself, and no one told me you should be proud of yourself because you did your best, even though you didn't receive that, A. But someone told me that I'm worth it, that it's worth, that what I did is
It's
worth it.
good.
And yeah, if so, it also can come from that. So I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
safe because people don't estimate me, but then
Yeah.
it can come from that pattern of not worth, not
Yeah.
knowing what I worth, and not having not being able to say I did my best, even though I didn't get the result that I want. I did my best.
Yeah.
And it's also,
I think we're going into the next kind of main topic that we want to discuss, and that is the price that we're paying. Because what you said right now, knowing my self-worth, feeling that I'm worthy, it's a very heavy price to live with.
yes.
This lack of self-worth, lack of the ability to recognize that what I did is good, that whatever I think is good enough, and also clarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being
Mm-hmm.
able to clearly see and trust. We also have a live that we spoke about trusting yourself. This is also very connected, because
Mm-hmm.
if I constantly need to be good enough for someone else, then when
To
I
prove,
have my own inner voice that wants to do something, but it's not what they want me to do, then how can I trust this? It's dangerous for me to trust my inner voice, because it might not bring me the love that I need to feel safe.
yes.
So the sense of clarity and what I really want, and what is my authentic voice, and what are my true needs and my true thoughts, that sense of clarity can be very, very cluttered. And that's also a very, very heavy price to pay.
Yes, I think that when we look at needs, I speak about also in other lives that we have, there are three words in Hebrew. You say the word ani. The word ani means I. And in Hebrew, when you say it, each letter is a different word. The first letter A, so ani, is mean to be loved. And the second one is to be needed. And the third one is to be able. So these are the three main needs that people have in life. We can experience that in different ways. But first of all, if I'm not loved, if the love is conditional, then I'm going to look for love everywhere. I'm going to look for people to tell me that I'm loved. If I don't have the feeling that I am needed, like maybe I'm a part of community, people need me.
I have
So
the
I
value.
feel I have a value. I need to prove that I'm needed, because I want people
Mm.
to not leave me again. I don't want to be left alone. And the third one is to be able. If I don't know that what I'm worth, and I don't know what my ability are, and I don't know that I'm able to receive and to get to where I want to, so I feel that I need all the time people to remind me that I'm able. So these are the three core needs, but they can also come in different ways. And as you said, we have a price there that we are paying when we are looking for external validation. And it's a very high price, if you ask me. And you
Yeah.
started talking about, I think, first of all, if I look in me and I think about the times that I used to look for external validation, I think that I lost my authenticity because I kept looking, what do I need to do in order for other
Hmm.
people to like me? Okay, because I
This
was
is
like,
very
I
clearly social media thing,
yes,
losing your
yes, yes,
authenticity.
pretty much what to wear, how to, how to take the picture. And I think it took me time when I understood that this is who I am, and whoever's likes me is gonna like me, and and who's not is not. I remember that one time a few years ago, someone called me for a consultation, and she asked me, just out there, she just said it, why should I choose you? There's so many consultations there that are cheaper than you. And I said, you're right, and you shouldn't choose me just because I tell you this is my price, and that's it. You should go and look for people that you're connected to. And some people will be connected to me and will choose me, even though this is a price I charge. And other people will say, no, I'm not connected to her. I might go to somewhere else that even charge more than me, but just because this is what they feel is right for them. And I told her,
Hmm.
this is who I am. And if you feel that I'm the right person to help you, so come. But if not, it's okay, because there'll be other people that will feel that. And I don't want you to come to consult with me, because anything that I will say, this is who I am. You can see in YouTube many videos of me, and you can decide if it's right for you or not. But I'm not going to try to convince you. And I actually told her that. And she said, you're not a good seller. And I said, I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's exactly
Hmm.
the point. I'm not trying to
Hmm.
sell you, to sell myself to you. I'm not, that this is exactly what I'm saying. This is who I am. Whether you like it or not, if you feel that I'm the right consult for you, then come. If not,
Yeah.
it's okay. And I remember that she told me, so you don't want my money? And I said, it doesn't have to do anything with that. It was a very funny conversation. And I said with myself afterwards, and I said, I'm so glad that I said that, because seriously, I don't want your money, because if you'll come and you will not be, and you'll be disappointed from me, you will not be happy, then it might affect me. Okay, if you'll tell me that I'm bad or something like that, that might affect how I feel about myself. So I want you to come only if you feel that I'm the right person for you.
Yeah.
And
Your
and
heart is in
from
the right place.
yeah, and from that point, I felt that something changed in me. That I
Hmm.
started saying to people, "This is who I am." And that's it. I'm not going to show you something different just because this is what you want me to show you. I'm not going to change myself because this is what you need me to be. I'm going to be myself, and if it's right for you, so okay. If it's not, there are amazing other people there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a very powerful statement, a very powerful place to be. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so I think about the
um,
price, about the secret price that there is, first of all,
yeah,
for me, just not being authentic enough and not being true to myself. And this is something that I decided, no, I'm not going to lose me,
yeah.
because I want other people to love me.
I think there are a few more things that I want to put out there about the price because people might recognize themselves in it.
Hmm. Yeah,
And another thing is that you spoke about the model Ani, I am, right? And
yeah,
the sense, I think one of the things that for me was very powerful in a moment in my life where I was struggling with that, one of the hardest moments was about feeling like I'm not able,
yeah.
right? So the sense of self capability, that's something that's very, very powerful to lose.
Hmm.
And also there is the place of the emotional dependency, the amount of energy that goes to investing yourself in like seeking this
Wow.
external validation and not actually doing what you want to do. And
A lot of
and
energy goes there. Yeah, goes
and
to it.
also the mood swings and the emotional uh, instability that comes from, what happens if this the response that I get, like I said in the beginning, if the response that I get is not what I was hoping for, what does it say about me? And there's a
Hmm.
very big emotional tug there that pulls you, and you feel very unstable emotionally. It's a very, very difficult place to operate in a healthy way in the world from when you're constantly depending on that. And of course, some people might have parts of these symptoms. Some people might have them a little bit stronger, a little bit less. But if you recognize these things within you, then I'm happy to have you here because we want to continue on talking about how to work with this and how
Yes.
you can actually grow from this place and start processing it so that it doesn't weigh
And,
so much on you and that you
and
don't
I've
pay
been
this
there.
heavy price.
I've been there and I'm not there anymore. I mean, luckily, and I'm very happy to say that. I think also one of the things that one of the prices that you didn't mention is that it's very difficult to be honest about what you feel,
Mm.
especially if it's in a relationship or with someone close.
Hmm.
I used to feel that. Oh my God, I remember that with my boss. Okay, I used to feel that with my boss, and I remember that I had a wedding to go to, and he used to love me really. I was a really good worker, and I thought that if I'll ask him to leave early to that wedding, I just remembered that. Oh my God, I don't believe I remember that. It was over 20 years ago. And I remember sitting with myself and really feeling scared, like, feeling my arms are just so warm and just starting to feel, that I can't even breathe because I had to go and ask from him to leave early the next day. And I said, oh my God, he loves me now because I'm a good worker and I get some time and I always leave at the end of the day. I never go for long lunch.
Breaks,
And I
yeah.
was really, yeah, I was really afraid that if I'll tell him that I need to leave early, he's gonna hate me or fire me even. And I remember that I went to him and I told him, listen, I have a wedding, a good friend is getting married, and I need to leave just a little bit early tomorrow, just like maybe half an hour. And he said, wow, do you want a day off? And I was like, no, 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 I don't need a day off. No, no. I was really, because I thought like he's gonna fire me. And I said, no, no, she's a good friend, but no, I'm not gonna be. No, I don't need a day off. And I was like, just like maybe half an hour. And he told me, no, no, go on lunch, go on the break, and go on break, lunch break, and then just leave, and it's okay, don't worry. And I thought afterwards, and the day after, he was still loved me because I was still a good worker. And I thought my world didn't crash.
What
Wow.
happened?
Yeah, how did that happen? And I understood then that it's really difficult for me to be honest about what I need and what I
Mm.
feel because I was so afraid that that person will not love me and will not like me and I will lose my job or whatever it is if it's a relationship, and I kept telling myself, look, nothing happened. You can maybe even ask for more things. So asking for a raise, for instance, was something that was very difficult. It took me about 2 years to ask for a raise. Um, but but eventually when I did it and I got the good response and I got a raise, I felt like, why didn't I do it before?
Mm.
What stopped me
Yeah.
there? Yeah. Yeah.
You
So
know,
there are really
in this life, there are
going
so
bad.
many things. I'm coming up with so many things that I want to say. We should do a live about that, or we should talk about that because you said now what stopped me before from asking what I truly want, and I think that's a whole topic that we can talk about. What are the things inside you, the inner mechanisms that stop us from really doing or asking for what we want? But putting that aside, maybe we should have a little list to add it
Yeah,
to.
yeah, we'll do that later. Yeah, yeah. And I really
Yeah,
want to give people, the people that are with us,
the
to give
tools.
them the tools. Yeah, maybe 5 questions that you can ask yourself to see if you're looking for external improvement. If you need that, because
If you're dependent on that,
aware,
not just
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
sometimes we're not even aware. So I think the first questions that I ask myself is I check with myself if I first ask myself what would other people think about it or what do I feel about that. Like if we have like a video, am I going to ask what do I feel about that video that I just recorded or what other people will think about it? Will people love it? Will they like it? Will they subscribe, for instance? So I'll write down the questions. Yes, I'm going to
Or
write it
just
down here.
do a screenshot.
Oh,
We can do a
screenshot. Yeah, that's a
screenshot.
good idea.
So
So I ask myself,
you ask yourself, what do what will you ask yourself what I ask myself first.
Yes. I
Yeah,
check with myself. What is the first
you
question
check.
that comes in my mind? What will other people think about this, or how do I feel about it?
Hmm.
Yeah. So if it's what other people think about it, obviously
There you have
you're looking
it.
for the approval. But if you say no, how do I feel about it? That's good. It means you're looking inside. You're checking with
Hmm.
yourself. Do I love this? Do I like what I just did? From I think about artists when they, I don't know, paint something or make something that they really bring their hearts into their uh, the thing that they are creating, their creation. And sometimes people look at that and say, what is this mumbo jumbo? What is that?
Yeah.
And other people see their hearts in it, but they really need to disattach themselves from
Hmm.
what other people think because they bring their hearts into it. And if you keep thinking what other people will they like it or not, you just feel like someone is just like you said before, poking you in your heart. And just
Hmm.
I feel that can be like, sometimes when I paint, I don't want other people to see it because I don't know if they will see my heart
What you
there.
see.
So
Yeah.
I rather have it, I rather have it just for myself and look at it and feel the emotions that I wanted to put there, and I don't want them to
Hmm.
see. And I don't
Hmm.
want them to like say what they think about it too. So this is the first question.
Yeah.
The second one
Let's move on.
is,
The second.
does my mood change based on how other people respond to me? They can respond in words, in facial expression, in likes, doesn't matter. But if I feel, like you said before, very, the mood swings, I feel happy and good, and then someone sees me and say, "What are you wearing?" And then I feel all of a sudden, what am I wearing? Oh no, why did I choose to
Mm,
wear that? Or you gain some weight, and then I feel like, yeah, I know. Then start apologizing, start feeling bad about it too.
mhm,
And the third question is, do I avoid making decisions or taking actions until I've consulted someone and gotten their approval? And this is something that I used to do in the past. And then I found out, yeah, I know. I love you, sis. I know. And I found out that it took me a long time to get to the point that I decided that I'm going to stop doing that, because it was just a waste of time. Because I used to talk to a lot of people, they used to give me their opinion, and one had one opinion and the other had another opinion. And then I had to decide between their two opinions, and they weren't mine at all, neither one of them. And I started
mhm,
working with one, doing the one way, and it didn't work for me. And then I did the other way, and didn't
mm,
work for me as well. And only until I started to understand that I need to try my own way, it took me, I think, a waste of like 8 months, because I did each of them like 4 months. I gave it my time. And then only after 8 months, I said, now I'm going to try my way. And my way worked. And I loved it. And I felt amazing doing it. And yeah, they didn't understand, but they didn't care, because all of a sudden I saw the results that I was looking for. And I felt good and I felt excited to do what I wanted to do. So if you're looking to help to other people, help to tell you what you need to do, you're consult all the time, you're losing the time to just start. And this is something that I remind myself: just start doing what you feel is right. And if it's not going to be right, you're going to feel it in your gut, and then you're going to
mhm,
change it. And you can consult people on the way, but the main road that you're taking is what is in you. And you're going to start walking that way, and you can change on the road. You can take turns, but you need to start walking your own way, and consult on the way, and decide every time if it's something that fits you or not. I'm consulting a lot, but every time I ask myself, okay, I heard what they have to say, what do I think about it? And that's the main question. The fourth question is, when no one notices your achievements, does it still feel meaningful to you? Is it
yeah,
still meaningful to me if no one notices? And I'm gonna give you maybe like a practice to it. You achieved something and you're not gonna tell anyone about it. How does it gonna make you feel? No one's gonna congratulate you. You're not gonna put it on Facebook. You're not gonna put it on YouTube. You're not gonna tell anyone about it. No one will know. you will sit with yourself and you will tell yourself, I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I did that, but I'm not going to tell anyone about it. It's my own secret. How does it going to make you feel? Is it still
Mm-hmm.
meaningful? And the fifth question is, do I change the way I present myself or my opinion to be accepted or to please others? And I think this, well, if the answer to that question is yes, so please, 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 please listen to this video again and again and again. Okay. And take one tool each time and just practice it for like 21 days, and then come back to this video again in 21 days and choose another tool and practice that one for 21 days, because there's a lot to change here. If I change how I present myself or my opinion to be accepted by other people, then how would I know that they really love me? They don't know who I am. How can they love me? How can I feel safe if they don't know who I am? That I show them someone else because I want them to love me, because I want to be accepted, but they're accepting someone else that is not me. And this is something I remind myself all the time. If you will change yourself, then the people that are around you don't really know you. It's like putting a mask. Do I want to walk with a mask every day? You know, I remember the first time that I recorded my videos, like 11 years ago. I used to wear makeup and, you know, to put eyeliner and all kind of stuff. Yeah. And then it took me time to get ready to the live. And then one day, I think it was about 7 or 8 months later, or maybe 10 months later, almost a year, I remember that I had something that I really wanted to record. And I just didn't have the time to get ready, and I didn't have my stuff. And I said, I'm just going to record it like that. No makeup, nothing. I don't care. And I just immediately recorded it. And I, exactly as I said before, I put it on on Facebook, and I left it. And it was a very viral video. And I thought, wow, people didn't care how I looked. And it's funny because I didn't even think maybe I looked good anyway. I just thought I didn't care how I looked. They just listened to what I had to say, and they felt connected to that, and that was it. So I told myself, you're going to try not to wear makeup at all now, nothing, for a while, and see how it makes you feel. And it was difficult because I felt that I want people to love me, but at the same time, I want people to see the real me. And then also what happened was that I felt that what I say is really from my heart. And because I didn't have the makeup on, I felt that I can speak from my heart because I already seen.
Exposed.
Yeah, I felt exposed anyway. And I found myself saying things that if I would think about it before, I probably wouldn't say it, because I really wanted people to see the pretty side of me. And then I said, well, this is who I am. And I showed people who I am. And they even like me more, surprisingly, because they felt connected to what I have to say. So really, if you're showing something else, if you're putting a mask just for people to love you, well, they don't know who you are. So they're loving that beautiful mask that you just put on, but they can't really love who you are. Yeah. So we need to remember that.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I want to do an exercise. What do you say, Yara?
you want to do an exercise? Okay. Okay.
I want to
Yeah.
give the viewers a process to go
Yeah.
deep inside. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first phase, and as I said before, I used to be like that. I used to look for external approval a lot, as I gave you examples before, and it took me time to understand that this is who I am, and whoever loves me will love me truly because they know me, and who's not, it's okay, because there'll be other people that loves me, and that I feel safe from inside. So this is the practice that I can offer you, and obviously you can try it and tell me how it made you feel.
Mhm.
I think the first phase is to be aware and just in real time, we want to see that this need of approval is rising inside of us. And
Observation, like
observation.
everything, starting with
Yeah.
it, with slowing down, observing, noticing the
Yes.
sensations of this rising within the body, that feeling that's coming up.
Yes. So the first thing is observation is when I see that need to go to check, I don't know, to check the likes, to check how many subscribers I have, or to, if someone, if I wrote maybe to my partner and I'm looking, on WhatsApp to see if there's two V, that
Yeah.
they've read my what I wrote, and are they gonna respond to me?
Or
So I
seeking,
just,
going to ask someone for their opinion on something.
exactly. So I'm gonna breathe and I'm gonna wait with my automatic response. I don't want to respond at this moment. And I just want
Hmm.
to breathe in and I want to feel in my body, what do I feel and what is the need that I have in this moment. I need someone to tell me that I'm good. I need someone to tell me that I'm not alone. I need that person to tell me that he loves me, that he's not going to leave me. What do I
Hmm.
really need? Okay, so
And feel this discomfort, because there's going to be discomfort there. And maybe the need won't be immediately clear. And first there will be discomfort, and you might need to sit with the discomfort for a while, until for a few minutes, until you can maybe see the need a bit more clearly.
yes. So this is like one thing that we can do, just to ask ourselves, what do we really need?
The
Without
step
the
number
voice
one.
with everyone else. Yes, when I need to, I think if I look at it in different times, so it's different exercise. Like this, what we just offered now, this exercise is when you feel that you need to be loved, that you feel that you need someone else to tell you that you're good, that you're not going to be alone. So just to breathe in and just tell myself, I am loved. I'm here. I'm here for myself. I'm never alone, to remind myself that I'm here. And I think that when I needed to decide what to do, what is the right decision for me, I used to ask myself, what is the result that I really want? What is the result and what is my way to get there? And I used to tell myself, it's kind of funny, but I used to imagine that the people that I love, I used to imagine that I go to them and I tell them, see, listen, this is what I want and this is my way. And I used to imagine that they're telling me, wow, this is an amazing idea. This is exactly the right way for you. Even though I
Hmm.
didn't speak to them, but I just used to use my imagination to ask them. And I didn't talk to them about it, okay, at all. I just went to them in my imagination and closed my eyes. I remember going to them and telling them, and I used to remember that they tell me, "You're amazing. This is an amazing idea. You're gonna succeed so much, and I'm so happy for you. And this is the right way for you." And kind of saying that they believe in me, and it helped me believe in myself again without even consulting them. So
Hmm.
it was like I was consulting them, but I received what I needed. I needed their approval, and I got their approval in my
Yeah.
imagination.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um,
I
what
wanted
else?
to just, you spoke before about when you feel the need to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to share from my experience, because you said if you feel like you need, um, if it's the need of love, then sit with yourself and feel that emotion and tell yourself, I am loved.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, telling myself when I am loved did not work, because my body said, you're lying. My body told me, it's not true. Why are you saying something that's not true? I need to prove, I need to receive a proof that I'm loved. And I changed that to, I see you, I feel you, I'm right here with you. So, and I use this mantra to everything inside me that I want to work on, that my body has a rejection towards. Because
I love that. I'm gonna
if I'm trying to tell my body something that it doesn't believe, then it's gonna make me feel more discomfort, and it's gonna, I feel like I'm fighting myself. But if I
How was it?
tell
I see you. Can you
I
say the
see,
sentence again?
yes, so it's a mantra for me. So it's I see you, I feel you, I'm right here with you.
Okay.
So if you say to yourself, I'm loved, I'm seen, I'm valuable, but your body does not accept it, then go there. I see you, I feel you, I'm right here with you, because it's a softer way to approach your body, and you are there. You do see it, you feel it. You're actually saying yourself, I love you, because these words, when you tell someone, I see you, I feel you, I'm here with you, the emotion that you're sending is I love you. So what you're saying is I love you within these words. So that's what's working for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good one. I love that one. And I think that for me, when I say that I love you, I tell myself I love you. If I don't believe it just by saying, um, and I say that I'm loved. So I just remind myself situation in life that I felt loved. This is what I
Hmm.
do. I love using my imagination. I really love that. I used to do that a lot when I was a child as well. And I just remind myself situation that I was loved from people around me. And it's funny because I kind of use the external validation from other
Hmm.
situations to give myself the external validation now that will become my internal validation because I remember that. I remember being loved. So I
Hmm.
remind myself that I am loved. I felt that. I felt loved in other situation in life and nothing's changed. Usually not a lot have changed since then. It's just something in me that I feel all of a sudden insecure. And I just remind myself that I felt loved before, probably very soon to that situation now, and I just remind myself that. So I use
Hmm.
it. And I wanted to give you also
Another
another,
tool.
yeah, another tool for the question that I love to ask. We said before that we asked this question that if no one knows about it, okay, about my
Hmm.
achievement, is it really um, how does it make me feel if no one knows about it? And I told you before that I love thinking about it, um, celebrating with myself that meaningful achievement. And I think that this question that I ask myself before I go and do that is if no one will know about it, will I still do
I
it?
still don't want to do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that I use that especially when it's something that I need to expand my boundaries and I'm not sure if I want to
Mm.
do it or not. Because many times we go over our boundaries, especially as moms, I can say that about myself. And I ask myself, why are you doing that? Because you want your kids to appreciate you, you want your husband to think you're a good mom.
Mm.
And then
Mm.
I ask myself, if no one will know about it, will I still do it? And it really helps me decide if to do it or not, especially when
Hmm.
it's something that's out of my boundaries.
It's what you're saying now is about even like small things like in the house, will I be
Yes.
washing the dishes right now if no one would notice, right? If no one would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one would know. No one will notice that there's a clean dishes. They will use it, but they will not notice it.
Yeah.
They will not know that I stayed awake until late
Um,
to wash dishes.
I want to talk about another thing, and that is starting to build that sense of trust within myself. And what I practice personally, and I think that's a good start, is taking small decisions and not sharing or not question, not asking for that validation, even on the smallest things. Yeah,
Yeah.
like just practicing that self decision making, that capability, that sense of self capability. So start building that. Take that decision within yourself, and I'm going to make this decision without asking anyone, and also without
Yeah.
sharing right after, because sharing
And
right after
small
is kind of like the same way of just tell me that I did right. Just take that
yeah.
decision, do it, and pause on small things. Start small and build up.
Something funny that I do, and my husband always laugh at me. I tell him like if I go like have a shortcut, and I call him and I say, listen, I
Hair-
I did haircut, yeah. haircut. What did I say?
A
Shortcut?
short, a shortcut.
I have shortcuts as well.
Yeah,
No,
it's
a
a short
haircut.
haircut.
Yeah, a short haircut. This is what I meant because I did it before. So I called him and I said, listen, I did a haircut and I need for you to tell me that I look amazing and that you love it. And he said, but what if I'm not gonna love it? And I said, yeah, I don't want to hear that. Please just tell me that I look beautiful because this is what I need to hear. And he said to me, so you don't want my honest opinion? I said, no, I don't. Not at this moment.
Very
Okay.
clearly.
Yes.
Do not be honest with me.
I don't care if you love it or not. He might love it. I don't know. But I told him, this is what I need. Okay. I need your
But let me
support.
ask you, did you go back a few days after and ask him, what do you really think? Or did you not? It didn't matter.
No, no, it didn't matter. No, no. I just wanted him to make me feel happy that I did
In
it.
that
And I
moment.
loved the haircut. Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Okay. Because if I didn't love it, so it doesn't matter what he will say. I loved it. And I didn't want him to ruin my happiness from
Mm.
that I was so proud of myself that I did such a short haircut and that I was feeling really beautiful and I didn't want him to ruin that. And I
Mm.
told him, just say that it's beautiful. So he told me, we were on the phone, I see that, it's amazing. He said, no, you have to see it. Truly see it. He didn't say it. And he said, but I'm telling you now. I said, no, I don't believe you. So that was funny, but
You're fooling yourself.
I am, but this is what I needed. And
I know.
when we ask ourselves what is our need, this was my need. I needed to be happy and not that my happiness and feeling beautiful will not be ruined by someone telling me that it's not beautiful. So I told him what I needed. And I didn't really care what he thought about it because I really loved it. But
Hmm.
but I think I didn't care. But if you would said it, it might change, the way I felt about it. I wouldn't feel so happy about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So I think we
I
have a
think
few more tools,
yes, yes,
right?
yes.
But maybe let's because
I
we
think
said
that
many tools.
I think I feel that we have one more very important tool, which is the vision
Yeah.
of me. Yeah. I love vision, the vision board and all kind of things, using my imagination, as I said
Well, I
before.
also I feel like there's another one that is important personally, and
Which
that
one?
is the self-worth, building my self-worth. Building my
Mhm.
self-worth from a place of appreciating myself and also from understanding that my worth is just because I am. We
Exactly.
all we
Yes.
all just are, we're all equal in the eyes of God. We're born as humans, and that is where our worth is coming from. So there is no need, when we were babies, there was no need to be better in order to be loved and to be worthy. And
There's a
that
place for everyone in the world. This is something I tell myself all the time. There's a place for everyone. There's like I tell myself, there's abundance for everyone, and there is love for everyone, and there is food for everyone. Exactly the same way I tell myself there is also the versatility, that everyone is different. This is all important for the world to be the way it is, because
mhm,
everyone have a different color, and we need all colors. And I remind
mhm,
myself that when I say, okay, this is who I am, and I'm different from other people in my family, I'm different from other friends that I have, but this is who I am. And the world needs my color as much as they need the other people colors as well.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to the vision, to the last practice that we have. I said in the beginning that because this seeking validation, the core emotion, the core value that it sits on is a biological need to feel safe, to feel safe, to be a part of the community. Because it's a biological need, to overwrite that need, there needs to be a very big force. It needs to be
Mm-hmm.
powerful, a powerful drive to be stronger than that biological need. So the exercise that we want to offer here is creating a vision of the new me, the new way of being me, the new way
Yeah.
of being me. And when you create a vision, you can do it in a vision board. You can write that vision. You can record yourself in a little guided imagination for a few minutes, and listen to it before you go to bed or throughout the day. It could be 3 minutes of guided imagination. What does that feel like to be a human, a woman without that part? A woman that is connected to herself, to her center, that knows her worth, a woman that is clear about what she wants and what she doesn't want and acts on it with a sense of sovereignty, with a sense of like trust within her voice. A woman that doesn't need, that always kind of patchwork. Someone tells me that I'm okay, but that is kind of just grounded and rooted in her center. What does it feel like? What does your day to day look like when you live like that? How does your relationship feel like? How do you speak to yourself in the mirror? How do you walk? How does your body carry yourself when you are that person? And most of all, what are the things that you want to do and you're doing them? That now you're not
Mm.
allowing yourself. What are those things that you want to do and you're doing them? And how do you feel when this happens? So it's like creating a bit of an alter ego. Really have a very clear image of that woman. I can see her right now. I can see myself in that image right in front of me and feel that essence, because what you're doing is you're creating a new way of being, a sense of this is who I am being. We're creating a new way of being. So really build that new personality, that new you. And like I said, do a vision board, do a guided meditation for yourself, write it down. And every morning, you can do it once a day, you can do it twice a day, you can do it 3 times. The more, the merrier. Read it. Read it out loud to yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself these things. Listen to the meditation. Look at these images and say to yourself, wow, I'm amazing. That's beautiful. I love being that strong and grounded and self-trusting woman.
Yeah.
So immerse yourself in that vision. Immerse yourself. Really, really just dive into that vision.
Yes, I love that. I love that, knowing what she looks like, what does she feel like, what's how she stands when she looks in the mirror, and how she feel inside when she knows um, who she really is, and
And
she
how she
knows that,
communicates.
yeah, and how she bring herself to the world because she
Mhm.
knows who she is. Yeah, and it's something that I really love. So thank you for that. A last tool. Wow, yeah, you know what? We are over an hour. That's a very long live that we had today. But I
Yeah.
think we very important tools for understanding why seeking validation, external validation, is something that really we have very high price paying there, and we really want to change that. It's important. So please, if you have people that can use these practical tools that we gave here, please share it with them and practice it
Mhm.
yourself. Share with us how did it make you feel and which tool are you gonna take, and how did you find in yourself what is the need that you have
Mhm. Tell us.
looking
Tell
for.
us in the comments.
Yes, tell us, and subscribe, obviously, and like our channel. But even if you
Yeah.
won't, don't worry, you'll be okay. But do it.
But I want to offer you also, if you're feeling like you're struggling with this topic or another topic, write to us in the comments. Maybe we can give you a video about this topic that you're interested in. So we're very happy to have you here with us. And we are here every week, Tuesday, wherever you are in the world. Check out our YouTube
This
channel.
time.
Yes, this time for a live. And we have many other small, shorter videos for you to go into your self-growth journey together with us.
Yes. And we also have the workbook for you working on your inner child and self-love workbook. So we have amazing thing here waiting for you in our channel. Just subscribe and go to our link tree and check it out. And we'll see you soon again next week. We can't wait to hear from you and read your comments. Bye bye.